Good morning, everybody. Well, I want to just share this is Holy Week. This coming Sunday, but a week from Sunday is Resurrection Sunday, and I am excited about that. And we are going to do a project today that involves putting together and making, I'm planning on wearing them to church on Sunday, Resurrection Sunday. So I'll introduce these pieces to you in just a minute, but let's do our prayer or our word for today. It says, "But the Lord is faithful, and he will strengthen you and protect you." That's 2 Corinthians 3:3. And I am so thankful that God is faithful to me, even to be real honest, at times when I have not been faithful to Him. But He continues to love me, He continues to strengthen me, and He continues to protect us. And I don't know that if I've shared with you or not, but I do want to share something that happened when we were coming home. And if I've shared it with you before, I apologize, but this is to me just the significance, if you will, of God's protection for us. He's always watching out for us. And so we came home. We had been in Florida a couple months. I had shared with you. We'd been there for a while. We came home. On our way back, we left on a Friday, and then we always know it's going to take us at least 2 days to get home. So we started out on Friday. Everything was great. Got up on Saturday morning fairly early and got our day started. And we had made a pit stop Friday night in Georgia. Spent a little time with my brother in Georgia at a Cracker Barrel. Spent the night at the Cracker Barrel. Started out the next morning, and things went okay for a little bit. And I always pray, like when we are on the road, I am constantly praying. Normally, I don't take my vehicle. I have a Jeep, and I took I drove the Jeep while my husband drove the fifth wheel. And we get up in the morning, go to breakfast at Cracker Barrel, leave. Things went well for probably an hour, maybe two. Then all of a sudden, my husband started having issues with the truck, or something was going on. We didn't know at the time what it was. So, but before that, I always start out, when we start out driving, I always pray. And I will pray in the Spirit. I will pray for the people that are on the road with us, that they get to their travels safely. I pray, obviously, for our protection and our safety. And that's the way I do it. I do it every time we travel. So at one point, as I was praying in the Spirit, it was just it was the weirdest thing, but it wasn't weird because it was God. But for a split second, it was as if God was showing me just a split second, a vision of angels. Actually, it was like they were almost serving as a pillow, if you will, for the truck. Angels were surrounding the truck. And it was just a split second that vision came to me, and I didn't think any more about it. And we went on, so probably 2 hours on the road. My husband is complaining that he's having a hard time keeping the truck, and the trailer. And I could tell because I always stay real, right with him as we're traveling. And I noticed it just seemed like the truck, the trailer was just all over the place. And I was like, that's highly unusual. And I kept asking him, "You're not falling asleep on me, are you?" "No, I'm just having a hard time keeping it on the road." So at any rate, it got really bad. And he said, there's a campground and we need to get to that campground. I'm going to see if they will let me pull in the camper there while I go see if there's something going on with the truck. I said, okay. He had me pull up to the side of him at one point in time to look at the tires. And I had noticed the back on the left side, the back left tire on the truck looked like it was bouncing a lot. So we're driving. We drove probably at that point in time another 60, 70 maybe miles. We had driven probably a total of over 200. I know it was over 200 miles that we had driven with it, with having these issues, right? So we get to this campground. Now, mind you, we came through Monteagle. I don't know if you all know anything about the hills of Tennessee, but it's crazy. I mean, you've got traffic, lots of traffic. You've got semis. You're going around these mountains. You're going up the mountains. You're going down the mountains. It is very stressful. Now, I wasn't behind the wheel, but I can only imagine what my husband was going through as we were doing that. So we get on the other side of Monteagle. We get to this campground. Now, we had already come through the mountains, get on the other side of there. He pulls into this campground. We leave the camper there. And he goes, I'm going to see if I can get this truck checked out. Now, this is on a Saturday, too, which really could have been bad also because there's not a lot of places, especially mechanics or anything like that, that's open on Saturdays. But he found this place and wasn't very far from the campground. So he goes, he gets the truck checked out, and lo and behold, it was a tire, and it was the tire that I had seen. And the belt on the tire had broke, okay? The tire did not blow. And then it reminded me, God literally was protecting our truck. Now, we've had blowouts on the trailer before. Not this trailer, but another trailer we had. And had several actually in one trip, which was crazy. But trailer's a little bit different than if the tire had blown on the truck. That would have been a disaster. God is so good. And just to be honest, we're not deserving of his goodness in our life. But he protects us. He loves us that much. And I want to tell you, he loves you that much. He wants to be there for you. He wants to have that kind of relationship with you. And I've said it many a times, and I'll say it again. It is not about religion, but it is about a relationship with our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, our God, the Holy Spirit, having a relationship, a triune relationship with a God who loves you so much. So the Lord is faithful. And he does give us strength. And he will protect you. So I wanted to share that story with you. And if I've shared it before, I don't think I have. But if I have, I'm not sorry. Because I want everybody to know what a great God we serve. And that if he can do it for me, he will do it for you. And I just want you all to know that. So I think it's important to understand that we serve an almighty God who loves us, who gives us strength when we need it, and he protects us even in circumstances we don't even see. He's always protected us, and we don't notice, to be real honest. I can't imagine how many times that he has intervened and protected me and my husband, and we've not noticed. So thank you, Lord. Thank you, Jesus. We appreciate that. So I just wanted to share that with you this morning. So I want to reveal to you, I've got a couple things I'm going to do, but that I need to do, and I'll have to come back. I'll have to pause this and come back, but I want to show you what we're going to do. I want to show you the pieces. I love these. So I came across these. These are pieces that I made. This is polymer clay. And these are pieces that I made over a year ago. And I absolutely love them. This one to me almost looks like dove wings or something. This white part, I haven't totally figured it out, but I just love the way that's feathered out. This is polymer clay, very light pieces. This is the back side of them. Probably put resin on these. Okay. But I absolutely love these. So I thought these would be beautiful for Easter Sunday. I call it Resurrection Sunday just because I want to make sure that I am focused on Christ. I'm planning on wearing these Resurrection Sunday, but I absolutely love them. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pause this here in a minute. I'm going to put the holes. I have not put my holes, drilled my holes in these yet, so I'm going to do that. That's one thing I'm going to do. But I wanted to take you through and show you a little bit of the process, if you will, of my thinking when it comes to putting things together, okay? I'm not going to take you through the process of me actually putting everything together, but this is what I do. I will take items that I think will look good with the pieces, okay? And I'll just lay them out. I have some spacer beads here. I think silver would look really pretty with this piece. So I have some spacer beads. I'm not sure if these are the ones that I'm going to use, but probably. I have some seed beads here that I got, I think, out of one of my kits a while back that I thought would look really pretty with that. It's like they're like a plum color. I think pearls would look beautiful with this. So I have chosen a strand of, I think these are like 4mm pearls that I had. Okay. And then I also have a strand that I got a while back, I think from Walmart. I don't know where I got these purple. I don't know where I got the purple 4mm at, but these I got from Walmart. But I thought, having a few white pearls mixed in would be nice. I've got so many pretty beads. I love the pinks with this. There's some pink in it. So I have some melon beads. I'm pretty sure I got that with probably one of the kits. I don't know which one. I don't know where I got these, to be real honest. I also have, now these I got from Sam's Bead Box, July 2023. These are check glass diamond oval neon fuchsia. Now I used to get Sam's boxes, but I no longer do that. I just, I think they have beautiful beads, and I'm not saying anything about their quality. I love them. Just from a financial standpoint for me, I just felt like it wasn't doable at this time. So I stopped getting those boxes, but I do have several, and we'll work with some of those as we go along. But I love these. So I'm going to try to incorporate a couple of these in here. They are 9.5 by 24mm. It's a 4-piece set. And I think those are going to be really pretty to incorporate those. I have a few other beads that I pulled out that's got like a pink or fuchsia to it. And probably what I'll do, I love this. This strand is a glass strand. It's got some AB to it, very small. I'm going to try to utilize some of those. I'm not sure if I'll use this, but I have that small string. I've got some Percoccio. These are like a purple. It's a deeper purple. I'd like to incorporate a few of those. Here's another strand. I do not know where I got them, but these are like rondelles that I think are really, really pretty. And this last one, and again, I don't know where I got these. These are round beads, and they have like a AB finish on them. So have all these things. And so that's what I'll do. I'll grab a bunch of things. Not to say I will use all of these at all. Okay. But what I'm going to do is I will pause this. I will try to come up with a plan. I will do what I've been doing, which is probably put together some components, okay, that we'll use. I might do the necklace off camera and do the earrings with you on camera, or I might do vice versa. I don't know. But I'll come up with a plan. I'll come back and we'll put this together. But I got to think it through because, again, I just pull out stuff that I think will look pretty with my pieces. And if this is something that you like, let me know, and we might try to do one of these together. These colors, I love these colors. It's got some pink and white, some purple in it. There's some blue in it. Just a variety of color. I really do love the way these things turned out. I've got some other pieces I think that came out of this same block, if you will, of clay. So I'm going to work on this. I'll come back. I'll show you what we're going to do. Hopefully you'll like this. Then we'll start getting into a little bit of doing some polymer clay pieces. But I'm going to get off of here. I'm going to try to put something together, see what we can come up with. I'll come back and I'll show you what we're going to do. All right, I'll be back soon. Okay, so I have put together some components here. We're going to tie them all in together, but I wanted to show you what I have. That's what my pendant's going to look like. And again, I'll show you the back. And that's what the pendant's going to look like on the back, which is really pretty as well. The way it's going to lay out, I've got these two beads right here, and this is going to string on there with my 2 beads. Then we'll connect this component. This component, it's made up of one of these types of beads. Big pink bead, another one of those. Rondelles with the AB finish. Then I have 2 purple. I would say those are probably 4mm. Pearl beads, purple pearl beads, and then this is another rondelle. So that's my component. Then my next component is just made up of my hand up here so you can see it a little bit better. Okay, there you go. And it's just made up of little seed beads in between, and these are rondelles. They are faceted rondelles. And they're kind of like a cream color, but they have some shimmer to them. So we're just going to put that together as a component. Then the next component I have is this one. And this is a larger bead. And I just attached a spacer bead at the bottom and a spacer bead at the top. This is a bead that I told you I got from Sam's, and this came from a July 2023, and this is check glass diamond oval neon fuchsia ABs 9.5 by 24mm. Okay, so I used 2 of those. My last component, or my next component, I don't know if it's going to be my last one or not, would be this one here. Okay, and again, I just used the rondelle, the AB rondelles with purple, and then one of those bigger beads, larger beads there, right there, and then again the rondelles and the purple beads. What we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to start. I have some 5mm jump rings over here, so we're going to use those to attach our components. And then this is the earrings. On this guy here, I have used a filigree, right there, a filigree spacer bead. Okay, and I put one on the front and one on the back, just like that. And I just put a, I believe this is a 6mm jump ring. Okay, so that's how we're going to hang our earrings off. So for the earring, and I did the same thing on this one. Let me pull this one up and show you the same thing. I did the same thing on this one. Okay, and here's the bag. Okay, so we did the same thing, and that's going to be what our earring looks like. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put this together. So I'm going to take this first component here that I have. I'm going to bend this over 90 degrees. Okay, come up about right there. Just like that. Okay, I'm going to take my flush cutters. I'm going to do about a finger's width. Take my round nose pliers, and we're just going to roll this back. Grab a hold of it and roll it back. And I'm reposition my pliers here. Gonna roll. That component, I'm going to take my Xeron and just straighten it up a little bit. Just like that. Make sure your loop is closed good. The other end is just a little bit bigger because it was an eye pin, so that end was already closed good. Okay. I'm going to flip that around. So I'm going to take my jump ring I have setting here, and I'm going to go ahead and attach the end, and we're going to close it up just like this. There we go. And make sure it snaps and you get it closed good. Okay, just like that. Okay, and then I'm going to go over here, and we're going to put this component together. And again, we're just going to take it right there, and we're going to bend it over 90 degrees. Take your snippers about, I would say, a finger's width, just like that. And I just want to make sure I close that up good, okay? There we go. Let me make sure the other end's closed up good, and it is. So now we're just going to take one of our 5mm jump rings. I open it up. We twist it open and close this jump ring up. I'm going to pause this a minute. I'm going to take this off the speed board and put it on a neutral background so that my camera will focus. And I apologize because it doesn't do a good job focusing. Okay, so this is what we have so far with our component. Okay, just like that. Our next component is this one. Okay, we're going to take about right there, and we're going to bend it over 90 degrees. Take my flush cutter, going to cut it off a finger's width. to take my nose plier, and we're just going to take it to the tip here, and we're going to roll it. Okay, and we'll reposition my round nose pliers, and we're just going to keep rolling. Just kind of straighten it out a little bit. Okay. It is not focusing. I'm going to have to do something with this. It is good and closed. I'm going to take one of my jump rings. And we're just opening it just like that. And I'm going to close it back up. If you heard it, but it snapped. The next component is this one. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing. And I'm going to take this and bend it over about 90 degrees. Bend it right over. Take my flush cutter, about a width. Round nose pliers. I'm going to grab it on the tip right here. Okay, and we're going to roll it. Reposition my round nose pliers and roll. Okay, that end's closed. I'm just going to make sure this one's closed on this end. Yeah, it is. All right, so we're going to do the same exact thing. We're going to take a jump ring, open it up. And we're going to just close them right on up. Make sure, yeah, that snaps closed. Okay. Then this is our last component on this side. Bend it over 90 degrees. I'm just going to take just a little bit of this off because it's not much. Around those pliers, and we're just going to roll it back. Now I hope I haven't got off screen. I'm trying really hard not to get off screen. The problem is my I think it's late. I'm doing this late, and I think it's because the lighting's not good that it doesn't want to focus sometimes, and I think it's because of the lighting. It seems to be, it does a lot better during the day when I film during the day. I just didn't have any other time this weekend to do it, and I wanted to get a video out, so. Okay, I'm just going to make sure that's good and closed. And it is. Take this. Okay. There we go. Just make sure my ends are closed because we don't want to lose any components, okay? And I hope y'all like these colors. I thought the pink and the purple looked real pretty with the pendant. So what I'm going to have you guys do, if you like this pendant, and you would like me to try to recreate it, I'm not sure that I can, to be real honest with you, but we can give it a whirl, and I'll see if I can't duplicate what I've done with this. I don't think I have any more of this clay. I don't know. I have to look. Sometimes I hold on to some of my, when I do a piece like this, I'll hold on to a piece of that clay. So I'll have to look and see if I've got it. I don't know if I do or not, but see if I can recreate it. Okay, so that's one side done. All right, so let's get this other side strung up. So we've already attached this component, so now we're going to attach our little RB. Grab it right here. Now, grab it right there. Bend it over 90 degrees. I want to take my flush cutter, fingers width. I'm going to cut it off. And we're just rolling this back. I'm going to reposition my pliers, and we're going to roll, roll, roll. Open up our jump ring. Okay. And we're just going to attach these two right here. And we're going to close this up. Just double check and make sure it's closed good. Okay, there's that. Now we're going to put on this component. And we're going to take about right there. We're going to go over 90 degrees. Take flush cutters of my finger. Straighten it out just a little bit. Make sure it's good and closed. Okay. Open this up. I'm going to move it this way. Attach our two components together. It's snapped in place. And again, I'll go back when we get off of here and check everything and make sure. So, I had a couple beads fall off of this one, but we'll put them back on. We're going to take this, bend it over 90 degrees. Okay. I think I'm going to leave. I'm just going to trim off just a smidgen on this. Doesn't need a whole lot. I can't grab a hold of it. Reposition my plier and just roll it. And there is our loop. Jump ring here and attach this and close it up. And then I'm going to hold it up to me, snapped in place. I'm going to hold it up to me and make sure that it's the right length. I'm going to have to add a few more components because it's not quite as long as it needs to be. But here's what we've got so far. I like that. I might do a little work on it though. I really would like this to come down here, I think. I might change those two out. Think about this and then we'll come back. Okay, so I wanted to show you real quick what I ended up doing with this. I switched around a couple pieces here. I wanted this closer to the down here. I just switched this component with this component, and I did it on both sides. Okay, down here I took the pieces off that I had the bugle beads, and I just attached these two pieces together with the jump ring. And that's all I did down there. I didn't like the way it was hanging. Then I had to add some components. So I added another one of these components up at the top of each side. And I'm getting ready to add this component. Put this component together and we're just going to add it on either side so it's long enough. So we're going to do that real quick. And then I'm going to put the earrings together and we'll be done. I'd go ahead and switch around those components and not be on here. So we're just going to attach this up here and it'll give us a little more length. That's good. And then we'll put our lobster claw and that other jump ring on the other side here. Get this finished. That's good and tight. Yep, everything looks good. Lobster claw on. Let me make sure this is... I always check my lobster claws, make sure they work before I get them on a necklace, and that one does. Use a 5mm to attach my lobster claw. Always put it on the right side. I think I've told you all that before. I put it on the right side because I'm right-handed. If you're if you're left-handed, put your clasp and stuff on the left side. Okay. There is that. And that, yeah, that's good and tight. And I always go back and check to make sure that all these connections are closed up good, because we don't want to lose any of our beads off of here. And make sure you do that. Okay. This is our necklace. I think it turned out real pretty. Okay. And then I'm going to put these earrings together real quick. Again, this is what we're going to do. That's our component there. Hi everybody. So after looking at this, spending a day and looking at this, I have decided I want to add, like I've got a lot of pink and a lot of purple, which looks great with this, but I want to add, there is a hint of blue, and I want to add a little bit of blue. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to replace this pink, that pink bead up there, with this splash of blue and purple, and then I'm going to do the opposite side. Let me bring this down so that you can see it. I want to do the opposite side up here and add a little bit of blue up here. Right there. A splash of blue and purple. That way, it's got a little something else. I feel like it's too much pink here, but just a splash of blue I feel like it's going to change things up. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take, and we are going to disconnect this right here. So I'm going to take that off of there. And we're going to take this off. I want it to look good, and if I see something that just doesn't hit me, then I'm going to redo it. Putting these back on here. Just like that, okay? And then we're, instead of putting the pink on, we're going to put this blue purple on, just like that. Okay. So that it just has a hint of blue, just like this. Okay. Show you what we did. So this is what was here. Well, we're going to go this way with it when I attach it. But it's the same thing. I just replaced it with a blue bead. And I'm doing it to make a little, put a blue bead, one on each side, to just make a little more asymmetrical, okay? So I'm going to just fold this over like we always do. Take off about a width of a finger here. Okay. Then I'm going to take, and I'm going to, my round nose pliers, and we are just going to roll this back. Reposition my plier, and we're just rolling. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Okay. Straighten my loop out. Just like that. There's our loop. And what I'm going to do, I do want these going the same way. So I'm going to take my other pliers, and we're just going to make sure they're going the same direction. Just like that. I am going to bring this back just to here and make sure that's closed. Okay, I'm not going to close it completely because I want to attach it to our so I'm going to put this in here. Okay, and we're going to attach before I close it up completely. I think I'll open it up just a little bit. Okay. Gonna hold it right there. Attach it right here. Just like that. Okay. And again, I'm just going to straighten this out a little bit And we're going to make sure that this is good and closed. And if you'll notice right there, it's got a little bit of gap. And we've closed it right up. Okay? Yeah, I like it much better. See how that comes in and gives it a little more color? Open our jump ring back up. Just like that. And we're going to attach this onto our jump ring and close her right back up. And don't think you heard it, but it snapped back into place. And I'm just going to make sure that it's I'll tap it just a little bit. So this is what it looks like. Okay, so we've got a little blue down here. I think it just sets it off a little bit more. It makes it a little more interesting. And then I'm going to put a blue one right here. I'm going to change that one out and make it a blue one. But I wanted to show you what I was doing because, go ahead and take this off. The reality of the situation is, I may not include you in all my changes, but at the very least, I want you to know what I've done, okay? I'm going to cut that off because we're not going to try to reuse it. I'm not going to take the chance on it breaking, okay? So I'm just going to put these on here, just like they're coming off. Okay. And then I've got one more of the white ones. Okay. And then I'm going to take this pink one off, and we're going to replace it with the blue purple. And that's going to be pretty. It's just going to give us give a little bit of something else, right? Instead of just all pink and purple, we'll throw just a hair of blue in there. It won't be a lot of blue, but it'll be enough to kind of set it apart and make it look different. It was just too much pink and purple. It needed a little splash of something else. And blue, there is blue in these pendants. That's going to be our component. I think it's pretty. So I'm just going to fold this over and bend it back because there's just going to be enough to do that, and that's all. None to cut off. We're going to grab it. We're going to roll it over, reposition my pliers. Okay. Straighten this out just a little bit. Make sure that's good and sealed. And attach this right up here. And we're going to close it back. So once you get a piece together, if there's something that you don't like about it, you can change it out. I mean, it's real easy to change these things out. Okay, there's that. I'm going to take this other end off. Connection on that. There it is. And we're just going to open it, jump ring up. Just going to attach him right here. Okay. And we're going to close him back up. Put this on and I'll turn around and show it to you. The outfit I have on again today is not going to go with this necklace. I'm planning on wearing it to church Sunday. I think it's going to make a pretty Easter necklace. Resurrection Sunday necklace. I like Resurrection Sunday because that's what it is. It's all about Jesus and his resurrection, right? Okay. All right. There's that. So here's our necklace, you all. Okay. I'm kind of debating on these, whether I want to put the blue in there. Blue, purple. I think I might change that out. I'm really thinking heavy about doing that. Just changing this one out to one of these beads. I think that's what I want to do. Okay, but I'm going to go ahead and try it on. I'm not going to show you that part of it. See a picture at the end of it changed out. I'm not going to do that on here with you, but I did want to do this one with you because I just wanted you to know that you can change things out. If you're not happy with something and you want to do something else, listen, do it. And if you will tell me in the comments your thoughts are, would you have changed it up or would you have left it with all the pink and purple on it? Okay, so we flipped it around. You had to excuse my hair. But this is what it looks like. And I think it turned out really pretty. I like the way it lays on the neck. Right? I love that blue bead right there. Kind of gives a little something umph and umph. There's the blue bead on this side's back here. Yeah, I think it turned out really, really cute. Let me know what you think about it. Here are the earrings. I think they're really pretty. I am going to change out this bead here on the earrings. Okay, you all. This is our final product. I went ahead and I took care of the changing out the beads on the earrings. I like them much better, the blue on there versus the pink. And this is the necklace. And I love the way it's hanging down. I think it's a good length. So that turned out really good. So tell me what you think. Like, share, comment. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe. Make sure that you keep an eye out on the necklace and earrings that you like, the set. You'll have a chance to win them once we get 100 subscribers. I appreciate your all support, and I hope you like this project. If you're interested in knowing how to make these clay earrings, let me know, and we will try to reduplicate this. If I can't get the exact colors, we'll just play around and do some others. But I think this is going to be a really pretty Resurrection Sunday necklace to wear to church. So I'm excited about it. I hope you all like it. So until I see you the next time, God bless you all. Have a extremely good weekend and next week. And I'll try to get back next week with a new project. But I hope you like this one. Please let me know in the comments what you think. All right. Have a great night. Talk to you later. Bye.